Hello everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're going to try out the new Menagerie Fight Club and what is this, Figgy Glowy Blush from their new collection that just came out. I wanted to put on the blush first though, and my camera's battery is low, so I figured I'll put on the blush now, and then in the what is it, when the battery recharges I'll do the rest of it, and during that time I'm just some Instagram videos because it's like 6:30 in the morning and it's not like the sun is out for me to do anything. So this is what the blush looks like. It's glued on there, so I'm not going to necessarily pull it out right this second. But I am going to take a blush brush and put it on. So I'm going to take my reference number 4 and go ahead and put this blush on so we can see how it looks. I know it doesn't necessarily go with the rest of my makeup, which is going to kind of suck because I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of different looks, and this is not going to go with it that well. But I like the color, and I thought it was cool. Like, I thought this would be cool as a blush topper on top of the blush that I have from them called Blueberry. I think it's gorgeous. But today I'm going to start off with it like this. Ooh. And I put way too much on the brush, and I need to get my life on it. But it's okay. I haven't set my face yet and sprayed it, so I should be good. But look at like the reflect in that. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Yes, whenever I do any purple eye looks, I will be reaching for this blush. Thank you. Menagerie out here killing it and making things known. But yeah, I feel like this would be good for eyeshadow too. Like, look at the color. It is amazing. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving this blush. I know I look crazy right now. I will fix it later, but I just wanted you all to see what the color is looking like. And when I come back on camera, obviously it'll be fixed, and then we'll get into the eye look. So, this is the color. It is stunning. Let me go ahead and swatch it really quick. And then I'll swatch Blueberry when I come back and have that on my hand so you can have an idea of what both of them look like. But look at that. It's like the dual chrome version of one of the shades in the palette. It's just gorgeous. And it's on my cheeks and it looks fabulous. So I have put it on now and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the one that's on my cheeks. As you can see, I calmed it down a bit. I still look like I have bruises on my face, but that's because of the bronzer I have is darker than the shade I would normally pick. And then I have the shade Blueberry on my hand right here. So this is what both the shades look like. Now you see what I was talking about. I feel like Blueberry would go perfectly underneath this blush. This is why I bought it. Anyway, I'm going to charge the battery now for real this time, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the eyeshadow palette and do the 3 looks, 1 palette. So be right back. Okay, y'all, so this palette retails for $38.95. This is the Menagerie Fight Club Artistry palette right here. Let's read the description of this palette. Or is there one? I don't see a description for it. I usually try to read the descriptions when I remember and there is one, but there isn't one. So, yeah, okay. So we're good to go. Let's go ahead and show you some colors that I'm going to try to do for this 3 looks 1 palette. I have my violet ink here as well to show you, and I have a couple other purple palettes that I figured we can compare it to. I already did a whole video comparing it to the Viseart one, so I'm not going to show that one. I did a battle of love with the Viseart one since it's the closest one that looks to it. So I'm thinking, y'all know I'm going to use this color in all looks because I have to have a dark outer V in all looks. I might do this and then like this lighter shade on the lid, and then I'll do another time with this one and one of these shades on the lid. I'm thinking this shade right here because it's gorgeous, and then I'm going to use like this one and this one. So it's a few looks I want to do, but I'm going to start off probably just with this one and one of the shimmers to keep it simple. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I have returned using some of the new reference brushes. I have used 3 of the 4, so they have a number 20, what is, they have 26, 27, and 28. This is 26 I use for the outer V. 27 I use to dust the shade to give the airbrush look on the eyeshadow, and then 28 I use to put the shimmer on. And then I have my original number 13, my number 3 to dust the extra color in and use in my inner corner. So let's get into this eye look, shall we? I didn't cut the crease with glitter glue like I normally do, but I still think the look turned out fine. So I used the shade here, Flighty Nocturnals, what's in the inner corner. I use Sky Puppy in the front part of the crease, and I use the shade Hanging Out on the lid, and then I use shade Squeak to dust over everything, give the airbrush look. So this is my first time using these, but I wanted to use them on camera with you all for the first time. So I was like, well, technically I didn't for the first time because I had to go off camera to do the 1 eye look to be inspired and all of that. But yeah, you know, this is my first time like being seen on camera with the brushes, I guess is what I should have said. And y'all, I was tripping in yesterday's video. Like, you gonna see where like I was talking about how this palette was like $54. Where the hell I get $54 from? I don't know. But I had told y'all this palette was $54 and it was cost more than the Viseart one. And it turns out this one is $38.95 and it's a little bit cheaper than the Viseart palette because the Viseart palette is $44. So I just finished editing that video, which kind of sucks because now I got to go back in and edit the part in that I just shot telling you all that it didn't cost that much. But I'm like, okay, whatever. It needs to be done. So I just went ahead and did it, and now I'm going to have to edit it again. As you can see, like, this color got swallowed up after I put on the shimmer, so I'm going to try to do a separate look with, like, kind of this color. I already got in mind what I want to do, so that's a good thing about having already used this color. I can, you know, just use this brush again, because y'all know how I am. Like, I'm going to wash the brushes when I'm done. It's like I don't want to have, like, 15 million brushes, and since I already started using this brush and this color, I can just go ahead and finish it off, so I'm happy about that. That was the shade Sky Puppy. I just dusted in the front like I told you all. Now we're taking the shade Squeak. We're just going to dust over all of this and make it look airbrush and nice, as opposed to so yeah, like I'm really loving this palette, y'all. Like, I love the shimmer tones in it. I love the purple mask that they chose as a general rule. So it's like I'm really feeling like all of it. If you want to do a soft look, you can. If you want to do a balls to the wall crazy shimmery look, you can. So that's what I'm loving about this palette. You can do like lots of different looks. And I'm really loving this number 26 brush because I feel like since it has that pointed dome, it's giving me that extra blend, and it's easy to fit in like the inner corner of my eye. I'm liking this one okay. I feel like I might like this a little better for the lower lash line instead of for the outer V, because it's doing an okay job, but you know, I don't know, I guess I just like the little really closely smaller pencil brushes for that, and that's why I'm not necessarily excited about it, but you know, it's cool. Now I'm going to take this shade Hanging Out, this gorgeous purple shade, and I just started rubbing it on the lid like this, and look at how beautiful it is. And I'm loving this brush because I feel like you can go into the crease of your eye really easy like that. And look how beautiful that purple is on first application. Like, oh my goodness. I didn't even use any glitter glue, and I feel like it just looks amazing. So imagine if I actually cut the crease with glitter glue. I'm going to try to remember to do that in the next look. It's going to be more just monochromaticness. Because when I have palettes like this, I like to do monochromatic looks. I don't usually like mix it up. I might try to mix it up on the last one, just to give you something different. But I was thinking about mainly trying to use the really duochrome shimmery shades on the last look, and just stick to like one matte. So I don't know, we'll see. I might give you a more like a whole bunch of different color looks with this palette on Instagram, because I haven't done an Instagram tutorial with it yet. Obviously I just got it early in the week when I was going to work, and now was the first time. Sorry, today is the second day I'm playing with it. I did the battle of the Viseart palette yesterday, and that one will go up before this one will. So, but yeah, y'all, this is the finished eye look. Well, the first finished eye look. We're gonna do a couple more. The next one I want to do is with this shade, this shade, this shade, and I think I might dust this shade over, or maybe we'll dust this shade over, because I want to keep using Squeak, even though that's the one I like the best when it comes to dusting over. But I feel like this one will do with the other colors that are in here, so I'll do that. And I think I want to put this in the inner corner as a brightening shade, so I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I'll be back with the second eye look. I told you all what I was going to use, so I ended up using this one, this one, this one. Of course, this one is what's on the lid. So kept it pretty simple. You know, I didn't try to do too much. I feel like sometimes the purple's getting a little too close together as far as tones. But I took the shade Flying Fox on the outer V, so we're gonna start there. The only thing is, I feel like, I don't know if it's a color combination I'm choosing what not, but I feel like they're all just like muddying up together. And that's what I'm starting to notice with this palette. I feel like every shade I'm putting together, or combination I'm putting together, is like muddying up. I don't know. I mean, I like both the looks I've had so far, but I just feel like I see a whole bunch of dark purple, and I feel like this was supposed to be like a lighter berry tone purple, so I was trying to give y'all a berry look. and then give like y'all like a deep purple look, and then give y'all like a nice dual chromey look. But I feel like this just turned into like a dark purple look, even though I used all the very toned ash purples. Now we're gonna take Sky Puppy and, oh wait, no, I didn't take Sky Puppy in the crease, my bad. I went all through the crease with the Flying Fox shade. And then I dusted Sky Puppy on top of it. So let me cover that up real quick and follow the shape of my eye. Because I was like, I knew the color wasn't look right to match the other side. That's why. Okay, now we're going to take Sky Puppy and dust Sky Puppy on top of this shade. So I don't know if that's what turned it into like what's going on now as far as the coloring goes, because that is a lighter, kind of lighter tone purple, and it's more of a mauve, and it's more of a berry tone shade. But yeah, I feel like it turned into a whole another color than what I was expecting. So so this look I'm not as happy with, but it could just be the tones are mixed together, and next time I just shouldn't, you know, mix those, and I should be good. I'm gonna take the clean brush. I didn't add anything to it. Well, I didn't add any shade to it this time. I just got dust around. It's like 10:30 in the morning, y'all. I have done just about all the filming I need to do for the day as far as necessary videos, so I'm excited. Because I'm like, what happens when I come back after I do other things? All I have to do is like check-ins. I don't have to do like any more, you know, like true wear videos. I'm still going to do like some random commentary videos, but as far as like stuff I have to film, like today, it's one more video I want to film, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm just trying to get these out the way, and after this look, we only got one more to go, y'all, and then I can go handle my business I need to handle for the day. So I'm taking the shade After Dark, and that's what we put on the lid. I'm super excited that I don't have to shoot any more stuff today. Like, you just don't know. Having been up, I haven't get up on and off all day, or people waking me up all throughout the day when I'm at home, like during the weekend, and then having to go to work at night. It's like the weekend is the only time I have like actual nice quiet time. And then I usually just spend it with you all filming, so it's like I never truly ever really get a break. Because although I do like doing this, it's like it means I don't get time to rest, because I have to edit this stuff, and then I have to, you know, film this stuff, and then I have to upload the stuff, and I have to come up with stuff for Instagram for the week, and it's just like I never really truly have a break. But anyway, this is the finished eye look. The last one we're gonna do, I think I'm gonna keep it like kind of soft and simple and cute. I kind of just want to but I told you I'd use the dual chrome, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just put this dual chrome in the inner corner and like pat this shade all over the lid, and that can be a nice soft little moment, because I want to do a truly soft moment. So I think I'll use this shade, and then this one in the inner corner, so you can see how it looks. Well, you've seen how that one looks. Matter of fact, I'll use this one in the inner corner instead, because it has a shift in it as well. So we'll use this one all over the lid, and then I'll dust this over this shade, and then that'll be our eye look. So that way it can be soft with like a little pop of color, so the people who aren't going to do a whole lot, or don't necessarily want to do a whole lot, but want to be inspired, because you can buy a dual chrome single and just do the simple look I'm about to show you all now. So I will come right back with that, and then I will be done, and we will hear my thoughts on this palette. Okay, bye. Okay, y'all, so I almost did the look without y'all, child. Okay, so I just took this shade, winging it all over the lid. I dusted Squeak over the top, because as we know, that's one of my favorites. And then I just put Fruit Feast in the inner corner. So when I did the look with the Viseart palette, comparing it to this palette, I used that shade Megabat, the one that's translucent, not the translucent, the multi-chrome that I told you all about. So that's why I just went ahead and used the lighter shade in the inner corner, because I was like, I already gave them a look with that color. I used that color first, because of course it was one of my favorites to use. So I was like, I'll go ahead and just put this light purple in the inner corner, and then they'll see that other dual chrome shade that I didn't use in the 3 Looks 1 palette and that palette, and then they don't have to worry about it. I have more ideas for this palette, but I just figured I'd start off with these 3 simple eye looks and then we could go from there. So I didn't want to take the other brush I used. I was going to use the newer brush again to dust on the shade Squeak, but since it had the darker shading, I didn't want to risk it, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this number 16, yeah, from Rougher, and just dust that over here instead. And I'm feeling it because it's a nice, simple, soft look, but you know it's my type of tones, which is like a purpley mauve-ish type shade. So I'm here for all of this eye look right here. And I'm not even into like really soft looks like this, but it's something simple and quick I could do and get out the door. And I'd be taking forever. So I'm here for it. Now we're going to take the shade Fruity Feast. Just pop that in the inner corner. Come on. Okay, so if you cannot tell, I am loving this palette. I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I definitely think you should try it out if you have a love of purples like I do. Now, if you do not love purples like I do, you might not necessarily want this palette, and that's fine. However, I'm glad I have to add to my collection, and I definitely recommend that if you like purples, you try it out because it's a good quality palette. The only thing is, I think you have to pre-order this, and I know it's out of stock as of right now, and they have a notification on when you can get it back. I just happened to order it the day it came out and got the March pre-order instead of the April pre-order. So, yeah, we'll get into some swatches. So let's get into the swatches. I have the Violet ink to compare it to, in addition to the Violets palette from Juvia's Place, and then the Nubian palette from Juvia's Place. So we'll compare all 3 of these because, like I said, I already did a video on the Viseart palette comparing it to this one because that's what I immediately thought of when I saw it. Let's get into it, people. Okay, y'all, so let's get into these comparisons. So I'm going to start off with the 2 from Menagerie, obviously. So obviously the Flight Club is what the video is about. So we're going to be comparing it to the Violet ink because they discontinued the Violet ink in order to put out the Flight Club. So I figured we should have both of them. So I'm trying to make sure they both in frame this time because when I checked last time they weren't. So this is what the 2 look like. I think they'd be good companion palettes, believe it or not, because I feel like these darker mattes in here, since you only have that one dark purple, would work well with this palette. And then you can use like the dual chromey shades that go from the purple to the blue shift in here. And then you have an extra inner corner highlight to use. So I feel like these are great companion palettes. So if you do have this palette and you want to get this one, you clearly see they are not the same at all. And if you really like purple like I do, you won't have a problem having both of them in your collection like I do. I ain't got no problem with both of these in my collection because I love blues, greens, and purples, as if anyone has been here for any amount of time already knows. So I'm happy with it. As you can see, none of the shades are overlapping because those have more bluey shades, and then a couple of purples popped in. If anything, I feel like this next palette I'm going to show you is similar to the Violet ink and not necessarily to the Flight Club, but since I had it in my collection, I figured I would show it to you. So this is the Violets from Juvia's Place going up against the Flight Club. As you can see, this one definitely has more of those tones that you just saw in the Violet ink, in my personal opinion. But you know, I was going to show them side by side since I have both of them, just to kind of give you an idea of the purples that I already have in my collection. I forgot to bring the It's My Pleasure and the what's it, the Light Like You A Lot palette with me, but I don't feel like those have similar tones in them anyway. And if they do, I will show you a comparison video on Instagram or something. I just didn't think to grab those palettes because I had already grabbed all 4 of these, including the Violet palette that you'll see the video on tomorrow. But last one I have is the Nubian Royal palette. As you can see, I feel like the purple in here is so unique. Like the matte purple in here is like one of my favorite matte purples to use. I feel like it's so unique and so pretty, and I would love to actually pair it with this palette because they have such great shimmer dual chrome shades in here. I wish they didn't have this glitter in this one, but that's neither here nor there. This is about Menagerie, so let's keep it there. Okay, so those are all the palettes I have that look similar. I'm not going to do any swatches just because you saw none of them really looked similar. They were all just purple themed palettes, and I wanted you to see the type of purples that I have in my collection compared to this palette. So you see I don't really have too much overlapping other than the Violet palette, but I had the Violet palette before this came out. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.